Hi everyone, good evening and good afternoon to some of you. Today we are going to talk about IELTS Writing Task 2. My name is Carla. I'm going to be your lecturer for tonight. So I hope that you can learn a lot about the Writing Task 2 and practice some practice tests that I will discuss later on. Okay. So before we start, let me ask you, okay, what is the required minimum number of words in IELTS Writing Task 2? Type it on the chat box. Okay, so that's correct. So you need to write at least 250 words for task 2. For task 1, it's 150. That's right. And ideally, okay, how much time are you going to spend in answering writing task 2? Okay, that's correct. So 20 minutes for task 1, 40 minutes for task 2 because this is two-thirds of your score. Okay. So again, okay, for the essay length, you must write at least 250 words because writing fewer than that will result in a penalty. If your answer is only 249 words, do not expect to get a band score of 7. Okay? So now, let's talk about the scoring criteria. You will be graded based on four criteria: task response, if you addressed all parts of the question; coherence and cohesion, this is the logical flow of ideas and how well you connect them. So you can use on the other hand, in addition, moreover, for instance, for example. And then number three is lexical resource. This is your vocabulary range and accuracy. I'm going to give you the common topics for task 2 later and the corresponding vocabulary words related to that. Okay. Number four, grammatical range and accuracy. This is the variety and correctness of your grammar and sentence structures. So I want you to vary your sentence structures, not just simple sentences. You may also use complex vocabulary, complex sentences, compound sentences. So you can vary. Okay. So now, okay, so here's how you should manage your writing task 2. Common problem with task 2 is that many people say that, oh, my time is not enough. Okay, I wasn't able to, sorry about that. Okay, I wasn't able to finish on time. Okay, so don't let that be a problem. Okay, so spend 5 to 10 minutes organizing your ideas, 30 minutes for writing, and allot 5 minutes for reviewing and checking errors. Okay, so the last 5 minutes is crucial because that's the time you will see your spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes. So, a lot time to correct yourself. And then, okay, so let's talk about the essay structure. In writing task 1, it's different. You have your introduction, overview, and body paragraphs. In here, it's introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. Okay, so in the introduction, it's the same. I want you to paraphrase the question, state your thesis. Okay, for body paragraph, it has to contain the main idea supported by examples and explanations. For conclusion, you have to summarize the main points and restate your opinion if required. Okay, so that's the essay structure. Now, how do we write it? Okay, so in task 2, you have to use a formal academic tone. Okay, it's not informal. Do not use slang. Okay, do not use contractions. Do not use don't and can't. Use do not and cannot. Okay, so avoid using overly personal anecdotes unless they are relevant. Okay, so again, please do not write in all caps. Okay, you have to use the proper capitalization. You have to answer all parts of the question. Always answer every part of the question. So if you are asked to discuss both views, and give your opinion. You have to allot body paragraph 1 for the first view, body paragraph 2, second view, conclusion, give your opinion. Okay. So next is to develop your ideas. You have to expand on each point, okay? So for each point, you have to give an example, a reason, and an explanation, okay? Do not use superficial arguments. So you have to show critical thinking in giving your answers. Okay, next is coherence and cohesion. Use linking words and phrases to connect your ideas. So, as I've mentioned earlier, you may use firstly, moreover, on the other hand. When we see that, it gives an impression that you're organized. Okay, so it should be clearly divided. Each one should focus on a single idea. Usually, I ask my students to just limit your body paragraphs into two. Okay, so for vocabulary and lexical resource, okay, you have to use a wide range of vocabulary related to the topic, but do not overuse complex words. Sometimes we want to make it complicated, but then it's not suited for the sentence. Okay, use the words appropriately and avoid repetition. Okay, so use synonyms. For grammatical range and structure, you are marked on your ability to use a variety of sentence structures. As I've mentioned earlier, you may use simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence. So, simple sentence, one subject, one verb. Compound, two subjects, two verbs. Okay. Complex can be a mixture of independent and dependent clauses. Okay. So ensure that your grammar is accurate. So the verb tenses, subject verb agreement, those are crucial. Okay. Errors in basic grammar can definitely lower your score. Okay. In terms of paraphrasing, okay, do not copy large chunks of question prompt. Okay, instead, I want you to paraphrase. Okay, don't copy the exact same question. Paraphrase the question in your introduction using different words and structures. Okay, so now let's talk about thesis statement. In thesis statement, this is the first sentence of your body paragraph. It should clearly state your position or the main point of the argument. This one helps to guide the reader and gives your essay a clear direction. For example, in body paragraph one, the first sentence is there are many advantages of going to the spa. Okay, so I already know that the paragraph is about the advantages of going to the spa, something like that. Okay, so if there is a thesis statement, there must be examples. Okay, so provide supporting details like examples, real life stories, history, or general knowledge. Doesn't have to be overly detailed, but you should illustrate your point effectively. Okay, so while we are trying to lengthen our answers, make sure that we avoid off topic content. Okay, stay focused to the question, and straying into irrelevant topics will negatively impact your task response. So make sure that what we are writing is still relevant to the topic. Okay, lastly, review your work. Okay. So allocate few minutes at the end to check your essay for spelling, punctuation, grammar, and clarity. Small errors add up and impact your final score. So actually this is 25% of your score, your grammatical range and accuracy. And lastly, I want you to practice regularly. Okay. So when you practice writing your essays, it has to be under timed conditions. Only uh, spend 40 minutes to answer part 2, writing task 2, and 20 minutes for writing task 1. Okay. So now, let's have some practice test. Okay. So tonight I'm going to discuss the 6 different question types for your IELTS writing task 2. Please take a screenshot because I will discuss this later on, and we're going to have exercises about this. Okay, so we have opinion essay, discussion essay, advantages, disadvantages essay, problem or solution essay, two-part questions, and cause and effect essay. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, the first one is opinion essay. This one asks whether you agree or disagree with the statement. You need to give your opinion. For example, do you agree or disagree that social media has improved human communication? So there's only two options. Whether you agree that social media has improved human communication or disagree that it has improve human communication. Okay. So our first exercise is to give your opinion. Okay. Give your opinion, but paraphrase. Okay. Do not just say, oh, I agree that social media has improved human communication. Can you say it in your own words? Type it on the chat box. Give your opinion by not repeating what's on the question. I will read the first five answers. Instead of improve, maybe I can use enhance, something like that. Social media has impacted communication, but when you say impacted, is it positively or negatively? Okay, yes, I agree that social media has enhanced human communication. Okay, that's a good one. How about the others? I agree that the use of social media has enhanced how we communicate with one another. Okay, good answer. Two more answers. And actually, you can also answer without saying agree. I agree. Okay, so for example, I would say, I believe that social media has enhanced the way people communicate. Something like that. Doesn't have to be agree all the time. Okay. I agree that social media has enhanced communication among individuals. That's a good one. Josephine, okay. How about the others? What if you don't agree? Okay. Social media has definitely enhanced communication among individuals. Okay, that's a good one, Carol. So you already made your point. Okay, Joyce, I agree that social media has positively enhanced communication. Okay, that's a good one. Actually, enhance is already positive. Okay, Gloria, I tend to believe that communication has been enhanced by the use of social media. Okay, that's a good one. Um, for example, I don't agree. Okay, maybe I can say, I do not believe that social media made human communication better. Okay, so that's a good start. Okay, so all of these answers can be used in your introduction. Okay, so the first one is opinion essay. Okay, I'm in agreement that social media has enhanced human. Okay, that's a good one, Ruth. So now, So there are two answers only, whether you agree or disagree. So your essay structure will be introduction. Okay, if you agree, your body paragraph 1 is first reason why you agree, paragraph 2 second reason why you agree, and then conclusion. Present your opinion towards the end. Okay. So the next one is discuss both views. Okay. In here, you will be given two opposing viewpoints. You need to discuss both sides and include your opinion. So, for example, this one. Some people think that governments should spend money on the arts, while others believe it is better spent on health and education. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So, our essay structure will be introduction. Your body paragraph 1 should give supporting details for the first view. Your body paragraph 2 should give supporting details for the second view. And you have to make your conclusion and include your opinion there. Okay? So, can you see the two sides? First view, I highlighted it color blue. Okay, some people think that government should spend money on the arts. Others believe it's better spent on health and education. Okay, so now, okay, I want you to give supporting details for that. Okay, so what will be your supporting detail for the first view? Can you give a reason or a supporting detail for that? So, in your introduction, we're going to paraphrase that one. Okay? And then I want you to give a reason. Okay? Give a reason why you give supporting detail for the first view. Okay? To create attraction to tourists. Okay? That's a good point. What else? Source of income. Okay. Funding for the arts. Okay. Arts, I believe, bring out inner self and easily helps express self through words, act, and create job opportunities. Okay, that's a good point. Development of the arts enhances human economic income. Okay, what else? That's a good one. Supporting local artists and community. Okay, so also it preserves our cultural heritage. Okay, it will improve quality of life, right? Many people get employed at art centers. Okay, so that's already a lot of um, supporting details. Okay? So it encourages creativity. Okay, and what else? Community engagement. Okay, now, so we already have supporting details for first view. How about the second view? Why do you think others believe that it is better spent on health and education? Maybe because health and education are basic human needs. Okay. That's correct, Ruth. Okay. What else? Okay, it helps in increasing individual productivity. Okay. So healthy and educated people contribute more to economy and society. Okay. So that's how we should give supporting details for each views. Okay. Because healthy country is a developing country. Okay, very good. Good points. Okay, so that is for discuss both views and open give opinion. That's a discussion essay. Okay, how about this one? Okay, the next essay is about advantages or disadvantages essay. So in here, you need to explore the advantages and disadvantages of a certain issue or trend, sometimes offering your opinion. Okay, for example, what are the advantages and disadvantages of living in large cities? Okay, so I want to see your point now. Give two advantages and give two disadvantages. We're just making an outline for now. Okay, more employment, access to internet and information, that's right. Better job opportunity, those are the advantages. Okay, employment opportunities, easy access to every services. Okay, I think the common ground with your answers is employment. Okay, what else? Maybe ano, public transportation. It's better in the city, right? Okay, what else? Or maybe educational institutions. Okay, social opportunities. What about the disadvantages? Okay, better facilities, employment opportunities, more amenities. Good points. Okay, so disadvantages, high cost of living, correct. Noise and pollution, overcrowding, noise pollution, okay. Traffic jam, congestion of so and strain of social amenities, correct. Maybe high stress levels, okay, high crime rate. Okay, so that's how we make an outline. So since we already have a timeline, it's easy for us to answer the essays. Okay, so one paragraph for the advantages, another paragraph for disadvantages, and give a conclusion towards the end. Okay, so now the next one is problem solution essay. So in here, you are asked to identify a problem and propose solutions. So this is the example. Many people suffer from stress in their work and daily lives. What are the causes of this and what solutions can you suggest? What will be in your body paragraph 1? Okay, the causes of stress. Body paragraph 2, the causes, the solutions. Okay. So how to solve that one? Okay. So I'm no longer going to ask you the causes and the solutions as long as you already know how to create your essay. Okay. So introduction, body paragraph 1 causes, body paragraph 2 solutions, and give conclusion. Okay. So next is two-part question. Okay. So you're asked two questions on a given topic and you must answer both in your essay. If you only answer one, do not expect to get a high score because you were not able to fulfill the task. Okay. So nowadays, many people work from home. Why has this happened? Is it a positive or a negative development? So with that, okay, you will make an introduction and then for your body paragraph 1, you will answer question number 1. Why has this happened? So give reasons for this. Body paragraph 2, you will give your opinion whether it is a positive or a negative development and then conclusion. Okay. So next, okay, cause or effect essay. You are asked to identify the causes of a specific problem and discuss its effect or consequences. What are the causes and effects of water pollution? So what will be in your body paragraph 1? Okay. So causes of water pollution. Okay, body paragraph 2. Okay, the effects of water pollution. Okay, so it's easy, right? As long as we know the essay structure, it's easy for us to answer or to create the entire essay already. Okay, so now, okay, let's have some practice test. Okay, so earlier, I gave you the different types of question. So we have opinion, discussion, problem solution, advantages, disadvantages, or two-part question. So this time, I want you to identify the question type and explain how you would structure the essay. Okay? So ready? Okay. Question number 1. Some people believe that parents should teach their children on how to be good members of society. Others, however, think that schools are the best place to learn this. Discuss both views and give your opinion. What type of question is this? Okay, that's correct. Okay, discussion. So, what will be your essay structure? Okay, discussion essay. Can you give me your essay structure? Introduction. What will be in your body paragraph 1 and 2? Okay, start with introduction and then what is the content of your body paragraph 1? About reasons why parents should teach their children. Okay, that's correct. Okay, so what will be in your body paragraph 2? Okay, that's correct. Parents should teach their children. Body paragraph 2. Okay, so schools are the best place to learn. Okay, okay, so that is our essay structure. Okay, so this one. Okay, so discussion essay, introduction, discuss first view, discuss second view, and then opinion and conclusion. Okay, is this clear? Oops. Okay, is this clear? Very clear? Okay, now, okay, let's move forward to the next one. Okay, nowadays, more and more people work from home. Do you think this is a positive or a negative development? What type of question is this? Mm-hmm. You are being asked of your opinion. That's right. So what will be your essay structure? What will be in your body paragraph 1 and 2? Positive development working from home. Positive effects of working from home. Okay. So this one, okay, it's actually you don't need to discuss the positive and the negative. Okay, just choose one and then give a supporting detail for that. Okay. So more people should work from home. Okay. So you have to just give reasons why it's positive or why it's negative. But you may also write a counter argument if you want. When I say counter argument, those are the possible supporting details for the other option. Okay? So nowadays, more and more people work from home. So you have to give why it's positive or why it's negative, or give a counter argument. Okay, how about this one? In many cities, car ownership has increased to the point where traffic jams are a major problem. What are the causes of this problem and what solutions can you suggest? What type of question is this? Okay, this is problem solution. Okay. So, your body paragraph 1 will be about the causes of traffic jams. Body paragraph 2 will be about the potential solutions. Okay. So, can you provide okay, can you provide two causes and two potential solution? So, let's give an outline for this one. What are the two major causes of traffic jam and what are the potential solutions? Okay, minimal roads. Okay, maybe there's only one lane, one way. Okay. Or maybe personally I think it's increase in car ownership. Okay, that's right, Esther. Okay, so too many cars. Okay. So, unruly drivers, less roads, many cars. Right, Constance. Okay. Careless driving, double parking, right, not following rules. Okay. So, since you created the causes of, I mean, you already given the causes, what are the potential solutions for this? Following traffic rules. Yes. What else? Maybe we can also improve public transportation. Okay. That's right, Esther. Okay. Leaving the cars at home and use public transport. Development of feeder roads. Okay. Or maybe, what else? Building bike lanes. Okay. Designated parking. Okay. Using public transport, introduce more public cars, reduce cars. Okay. Encourage people on the other modes of transport like using bicycle. Development rural areas instead of moving to urban. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, that's more of a long term. Okay, so that's already essay, your essay outline. Okay, now question number 4. Many people today are choosing to live and work in other countries. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this trend? What type of question is this? Okay. How about the others? What is your answer? Okay, this is advantages, disadvantages. Essay. What is your essay structure? Body paragraph 1, advantages. Okay. Okay, body paragraph 2, disadvantages, and then give your conclusion. That's right. Okay, so this is in body paragraph 1, you will write the advantages of living abroad, and body paragraph 2, the disadvantages. So if it's look like this, it's not asking for your opinion. Okay, you have to give a balance comparison. So if you're going to give 3 advantages, you have to give 3 disadvantages as well, and then give your conclusion. Okay, so maybe you can say towards the end, I think that although there are many disadvantages, there are also advantages. That's why people are living abroad, something like that. Okay. All right, great job, everyone. Now, okay, how about this one? Some people think that the best way to reduce crime is to give longer prison sentences. Others, however, believe that there are better alternative ways of reducing crime. Discuss both views and give your opinion. What type of essay is this? Anyone? There are 2 views. Okay, this is discussion essay. Okay. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Okay, so you're going to give your opinion, but this is more of a discussion because you're going to give both sides. Okay. All right. So what will be your essay structure for this one? This is discussion essay. What will be your essay structure? Okay, introduction, and then what will be in your body paragraph 1 and 2? This is a discussion essay. Okay, so body paragraph 1, you will give reasons why people think that the best way to reduce crime is giving longer prison sentences. Okay, what will be in your body paragraph 2? Body paragraph 2, you will give different ways on how to reduce crime, alternative ways of reducing crime. Okay? So, for example, in body paragraph 1, you're going to explain the effect of longer sentences. Okay? So, maybe you can discuss that it gives people the fear of the punishment, or maybe giving talking about the justice system using strict punishments, or giving reasons to support this view. Okay, so body paragraph 2, maybe you can talk about what are the alternative ways of reducing crime. How about you? Can you give an example? Can you help me expand? Okay. What are the other ways of reducing crime? Okay. Give rules and regulations, creating job opportunities. Okay. So maybe what else? Giving mental health support or job training or education. So maybe that's a part of a rehabilitation. Okay. So maybe you can also use giving out social programs like early interventions to prevent crime rate. Okay, train them on different careers, empowering youth. Okay, getting Um, okay, getting severe punishment. I think it's not really an alternative method because it's quite the same with longer prison sentences when you give heavy or severe punishment. hmm So for the conclusion, you have to summarize your two perspectives and restate your opinion. Okay. All right, good points everyone. Okay, so discuss first view, discuss second view, give your opinion and your conclusion. How about this one? Many people believe that zoos are inhumane and should be closed down, while others argue they play an important. Okay, what type of essay is this? Okay, this is also a discussion essay. Okay, so you're asked to talk about two views. Okay, so first view, zoos are inhumane and should be closed down. Second view, it plays an important role in wildlife conservation. Okay, so that is correct. This is about a discussion essay. Okay, so Your thesis topic in body paragraph 1, zoos are inhumane. Thesis topic for body paragraph 2, zoos are beneficial. Okay. So actually guys, you can take a screenshot of our discussions. Like I have questions 1 to 10. You may do essays and submit it to your respective instructor. So you can submit it to me, those who are assigned to me, Carla Obispo. We have Hazel, we have Lori, we have Tori, and Lucy. Okay, so four of us can check the essays of our assigned students. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you can answer this on your own later. When you answer, make sure that you spend 40 minutes only. Okay. So, next, question number 7. What type of question is this? Some people argue that the internet has brought more harm than good to the society. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? It's not asking you to talk about the advantages and disadvantages. It's asking you to what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? Mm-hmm. This is opinion, okay? So if earlier they are asking you, do you agree or disagree? But when you see to what extent do you agree or disagree, you already have three options. Okay? So first option, you agree. Okay? Second option, sorry, I sent to everyone. Okay. First option, you agree. Second option, you disagree. Third option, I partially agree. Okay, I partially disagree. When you say I partially agree, you can discuss both of them. Okay, so maybe you can say I partially agree because okay, it brought harm, it brought good things to me as well, something like that. Okay, so one agree, two disagree, or maybe I partially agree or disagree. Okay, is this clear? Any questions so far? Any clarification? None. Okay. All right. So now, how about this one? Some experts believe that it is better for children to begin learning a foreign language at primary school. Sorry, I think my internet is playing up. Can you exceed 250 words? Definitely. It's okay to exceed 250, but not up to 400. That's already a lot of time. My screen is not showing. Just a moment. Let me reshare. Can you have three paragraphs from the just concluded topic? Yes, you can. 2 to 3 is okay. Any more questions or clarifications? My screen isn't showing. Just a moment. Yes. If the question is to what extent do you agree, you have to choose between three of those, Ruth. You can either agree, disagree, or partially agree. Okay, so this is number 8. Some people believe that it is better for children to begin learning a foreign language at primary school rather than secondary school. Do the advantages of this outweigh the disadvantages? What kind of question is this? Look at the last sentence. Do the advantages of this outweigh the disadvantages? So we are talking about the advantages and disadvantages. However, you are also asked about your opinion. Okay. So in here, you will discuss both of them. If you think that advantages outweigh disadvantages, you should provide more advantages than the disadvantages. If you think otherwise, you should provide more disadvantages than the advantages. Okay, so body paragraph 1, advantages of learning at primary school. Body paragraph 2, disadvantages. And then give your opinion towards the end. Okay. How about number 9? Childhood obesity has become, with what type of essay? Um, Let me go back. Justine, so you were talking about, okay, the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, let me share with you an essay. Question number 8. Let's repeat. Okay, there you go. Okay, let me paste it here. Okay, there you go. So here, advantages and then disadvantages and then conclusion. So for example, introduction. Okay, many experts argue that starting foreign language and learning in primary school is more beneficial than waiting until secondary school. In the introduction, what I did is to paraphrase. Okay, don't copy exactly how it was written on the task card. Okay, I believe, so give your opinion already. I believe the advantages of early language learning outweigh the disadvantages because young children have greater ability to learn languages naturally and it supports the overall cognitive development. So first opinion, let's talk about the advantages. Okay. Firstly, children's brains are more flexible at a young age. It's easier for them to acquire correct pronunciation and fluency. Okay, so that's one advantage. Starting early also means they have more years to practice and improve, leading to stronger language skills. That's second point. Furthermore, that's a cohesive device. Okay. Furthermore, learning a foreign language at a young age enhances problem-solving skills and creativity, as well as promoting cultural awareness and empathy. Okay. So those are the advantages. But then let's talk about the disadvantages. Okay. On the other hand, some challenges include the risk of overloading young children with too many subjects. and the lack of qualified language teachers in some primary schools. However, these issues can be addressed with well designed language programs and proper training to make learning enjoyable and effective. Okay. In conclusion, the cognitive, linguistic benefits of learning a foreign language early clearly outweigh the potential drawbacks. Therefore, beginning foreign language education at primary level is a valuable investment in children's future success. Children's future. Oh, see, so that's how you do it. Okay, so just I usually ask my students to limit it to four, so it's easier to see the essay structure: advantages, disadvantages, conclusion, intro, advantages, disadvantages, and conclusion. Okay, is this clear? Okay. Any questions or clarifications about this? Okay. If no more question, okay, this will be your homework. Okay. Childhood obesity has become a serious problem in many countries. What are the causes of this? And what measures can be taken to tackle it? So send it to your instructor. Okay. So I want you to I want you to allot 40 minutes to do this. Okay? So that will be all, everyone. Okay, so that is our question number 9. I want you to turn this into a 250 word essay. Okay, so this is question number 10. You can also make this if you want to practice this. So in some countries, university students live away from home, while others they stay with their parents while studying. What are the reasons for this and which is better? So send your answers to your assigned instructor. Okay, that will be all, everybody. So I hope you were able to learn more about the different types of essays and how to do the essay structure and how to create your own essay. Thank you, everybody, for attending and have a great day ahead. Goodbye, everyone.